Jai Hind, good evening. Welcome to our Tuesday live session. Kindly keep posting your questions. Somebody has asked a question views on nuclear leakage news. I have no clue about this news, so I'm sorry. My apologies. क्या पहलगाम के आतंकी कभी पकड़े नहीं जाएंगे क्या नहीं मिलेगा आई हैव नो आइडिया अबाउट दिस आल्सो दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच the Home Minister, the Prime Minister, Ajit Doval, and these people can answer better. And I'm very sure nobody is going to ask them these questions because that's how India has been working since 2014. फौजी भाई शिवम मैं एनडीए ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ दैट्स वेरी गुड थिंग तो गुड ज्वाइन करिए बिल्कुल हमारा प्रोग्राम भी ज्वाइन कर लीजिए वी विल बी एबल टू गाइड यू टू प्रिपेयर वेल Satvik, sir, should we assist in command tasks or just give the instructions to our subordinates? You see, this is an idea that a commander is only supposed to give orders and not execute. It has currency in Indian society. In my view, it's a very, very stupid idea because a leader should be leading from the front and whatever task he can do well, he should do. It is like this hockey or cricket football team captain is supposed to be one of the good players, and he or she is supposed to lead the team by setting a personal example. That's the idea of leadership. So this idea that commander should not dirty his hands and he should distance give command orders and all this is a very very stupid idea. But I mean Indian society somewhat believes in it because in various places we see this kind of activity happening. I don't subscribe to this idea. It's absolutely stupid in my view. In command tasks, you should do the job what you can do best. Fine. So that's how it is. That's my perception. In command tasks, in life also. Okay. फौजी भाई शिवम कैसे ज्वाइन करूं हाँ बताओ योगिता
Call me up. And that number is also given.
फाइन
For admissions call वो number दिया है.
उसमें कॉल करिए and you will get clarity for joining. Fine. Okay. How you prepared for NDA exam? See, it is long, long back. I wrote the exam in 1978. Fine. Uh, I checked up the past papers and all that, and I realized that I had to improve upon my general knowledge, and that was about all. Balance things, science, English, history, geography, and all. I didn't need any preparation. I was okay as such. So I think about 20 days or so preparation, reading competition success review, and all that. That prepared me for the exam, and I could pass it. And SSB, there was nothing, no preparation. I went and I qualified. So that's it. Thank you. Okay. Sumit, whenever I try to write a story for PPDT for practice in time, but this time I go totally blank. See, the problem is you people are trying to write very impressive stories, you are taking too much of pressure. These are the problems which are making you go blank. Otherwise, there's no reason for such a thing to happen. Because even small children, when they see comics, they are able to interpret as to what is happening without even having the ability to read what is given. So, when a kid can understand the things, I'm very sure your IQ is better than that, and you can also interpret as to what's going on in the picture. So, that is what you have to do. And do not get influenced by the trash written on the websites and all that. And whatever I have gathered, most of this trash is rooted in a book written by Commander Natarajan. Fine, fine, high level stories, low level stories, and what all more actions and all. So, all that is a lot of trash. I would only say that you get hold of my book, right? The Practical Guide to Become an Officer. This will clarify things to you as to what you should be doing, and also, very importantly, what you should not be doing. Fine. So, a picture is there. You have to observe as to what is going on, that you will be able to make out. Then construct a story around one main character. Identify what is the issue. Let us say now that you are sitting and you are raising a query. So, if you make yourself as the main character, that means you had some clarification to be sought, and you sought that clarification in your preparation to join NDA or IMA. And with that, you kept on systematically preparing and you clarified your misconceptions, then made out a plan, prepared, you know, with the consistent effort, qualified the written exam, then qualified the SSB and joined the training. So that will be the story. So what's the big deal? That's how you should do. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Sumit Rankwar, any suggestions? I gave you the answer, beta. Okay. Satvik. In GD1 and GD2, should we speak about all the three main points given, or should we take one point and speak on it? See, when I worked in the selection system, this concept of offering leads was not there. It has come up later, and the GTO who's conducting the GD, he is the deciding person. So, sitting here, how can I decide as to what are the terms of reference being given by the GTO? If he says that you have to pick up one lead and speak only on it, then you have to speak only on it. And if he says that you can speak on all the three leads, whatever way you want, or any other thing also if you want, then go abide by that, because he is laying down the ground rules for the conduct of the GD. So sitting here in my home, I cannot legislate as to what is to be done. फाइन, ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की तरह कोई रूल्स नहीं बने हुए हैं कि इनका इंटरप्रिटेशन और उसमें कि धनखड़ साहब का इंटरप्रिटेशन कुछ है और सीजीआई खन्ना का इंटरप्रिटेशन कुछ और है. दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग इज नॉट देयर. इसमें जीटीओ साहब हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस, जो वो कहते हैं वैसा वैसा करिए आप. ठीक है. या दैट्स इट. थैंक यू. सर आप तो टॉप क्लास आर्मी ऑफिसर थे. नो दैट्स योर परसेप्शन. आई थॉट आई वाज अ वेरी एवरेज ऑफिसर. क्या लोकल्स वाकई मिले होते हैं? कहाँ लोकल्स मिले होते हैं? वो मस्त.
कश्मीरी लोकल्स टेररिस्ट से मिले
टेररिस्ट
हुए
से
हैं.
मिले होते हैं. See, thing is like this. For terrorism to survive in any place, some amount of local support has to be there. If the local support is totally not there, then for the terrorism to survive is very difficult, because it is said it's like terrorists are a fish and they are surviving in the water. So the conditions have to be conducive. So that is the thing. Now, thing is, in the present context, the entire Kashmiris, from their masjids and all that, they came up in solidarity with the balance of the nation and denounced this, condemned this act of terrorism in Pahalgam, because it was hurting their livelihood. Tourism is the major industry. So the resentment towards terrorists has increased. So the situation may be little different now. However, you can note that some of the actions of the present government, like demolition of some 9 10 houses, 9 10 houses were demolished
Hmm.
on suspicion, no genuine information of people being complicit in terrorism, just to make the Hindi heartland people feel good. That was the reason. And this was an illegal action. So when such actions are taken, then the resentment towards the society in the country increases. There were Kashmiris who were targeted in various places. Some students I heard in Chandigarh, some small traders in Masuri, and such like things happened. So all these things contribute towards increasing the resentment, and they, when the magnitude is high, then the tendency to drift towards that the terrorists are probably better, or the government is not very favorable, these kind of feelings to come in. Also, if you note, see, when these persons who died in Pahalgam, there was a lot of outrage in the entire country about this, right? So the country was demanding retribution. Now, I do not know as to how many people died in the shelling in Punch. Gurdwara was damaged, people died, some 14, 15 died, that's what I'd heard. Then some over 40 had been injured. Out of that, also some may have died. So, because those people were from Punch, and probably majority may have been Muslims. I do not know about this thing. So their deaths for the nation at large is not the same as it was for the deaths in Pahalgam. Fine. Or for that matter, the massive number of deaths and displacement which has taken place in Manipur, where the Manipur state government itself was complicit in the killings, uh, in support of the Meiteis against the Kukis. So, all these things happen. These are, background things and all. So, this is what I have to say. Uh, you know, Nobody wants to become a terrorist just like that. A terrorist is a desperate person who is feeling that the straight means of livelihood and his future and his family's future doesn't seem to be okay in the existing circumstances because he is also a human being. Radicalization is there by people, by the group tanzeems and all that, but some kind of a fertile ground has to be there for this radicalization to take place. So these are the things which happen. Fine. Yeah, thank you. Indian guy. Sir, I have a serious question. I'm preparing for CDS 24 and want to select AFA as my first preference, but I have 50% in my 12. Should I select AFA as my first preference? I do not know whether you are meeting the eligibility criteria or not. If you are meeting the eligibility criteria, then there is just no problem. And if your academic competence is good now, and you can score good marks, that is plus of 160 in CDS, then there should be no problem at all. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Jaydeep Khanti. I have done my graduation from IGNOU and simultaneously I was working in MNC because of which I secured only 60% in graduation. Will I have a bad image? अच्छा छवि बनाने के लिए एक मोदी साहब बहुत है आप छवि ववि को झाड़ू मार दो आप अपनी जो है ना एबिलिटीज को इम्प्रूव कर लो जो 60% है वो जब तक आप कबर में जाएंगे वो 60% ही रहेगा उसमें डेसिमल परसेंट भी चेंज नहीं हो सकता है ठीक है ना सो दैट इज द रियलिटी सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज इम्प्रूव योर प्रेजेंट स्टेट फॉरगेट अबाउट व्हाट हैपेंड इन द हिस्ट्री है एंड छवि छवि को प्लीज फॉरगेट इट I find this Chavi business a very, very irritating question because I see this Chavi building taking place in 2014 and a totally false bloody Chavi. Okay, yeah, thank you. Uh, does territorial army go into operations? Okay, this is a good question. Think of that today, you know, the engagement is not taking place only at the front lines. Like we went and hit at Bhavalpur and Muridke, they are in depth. So similarly, drones, missiles, and all and can come and attack or raids by parties can take place in depth. So where territorial army may be involved in guarding of valuable points, valuable areas, and such like things. Fine. So, territorial army will also get engaged in operation. So that's how it is. Fine. पुराना जमाना था कि फ्रंट लाइन पे ही लड़ाई होती थी and all that. That's not the case today. Fine. Yeah. Thank you. Khatri, namaste. I'm from Nepal. Most welcome. Thank you so much for attending our session. I hope you find the information useful. Kindly confirm. Thank you. Imraj, your YouTube videos have helped me too much. Too much, nahi, they help you very much would be a good point to make. Too much to overdoing ho jayega, right? Yeah. So thank you so much. Most welcome. But that's the agenda of running this channel and this video, uploading these videos. Fine. So thank you so much. God bless. Umar Singh, I'm preparing for PCSL. May you please make video on that? I have made a video on service entry candidates. You can speak to Yogita madam. She will give you the access to that. Fine. You can even listen to some of the videos of our successful, SL entry candidates only. We have had a few of them. And you can consider joining our guidance program. time is there at hand, so you will be able to prepare systematically and then hopefully get success. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Umar. अच्छा इंडियन गाय अब सीरियस क्वेश्चन आपका तो हो गया सीरियस क्वेश्चन तो अच्छा एक ये पल्लव को वो करो भाई
Spam
आउट
करो.
करो हाँ इसको इज स्पैमिंग पल्लव आई एम अबाउट टू जॉइन इंजीनियरिंग वांट टू प्रिपेयर सीडीएस आफ्टर आई हैव टाइम अच्छा तो टाइम है तो बस फिर ठीक है यार गेट होल्ड ऑफ द पास्ट पेपर्स see you know what the pattern is pattern doesn't change and thereafter make out your strategy of to what weightages you intend to assign to various subjects. Broadly speaking, what I know is that English and maths are very important, and they should be used as the major source for securing marks. And thereafter, controlling your negatives and things like that, you'll have to make your individual plan based on your competence. Fine. So that is how it is. Okay. Okay, Pallav. Thank you. We have posted videos also on the CDS after exams. You can watch those. Even if you get our book, in this also we have covered about these things. That will also help you. Fine. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, Mahesh. If we bring our main character from outside, should we mention it in the squash box? Arey, don't do it, please. Huh? Don't do it, please, Mahesh. I'll advise you not to do this stupidities. ये सारी चीजें कोचिंग एकेडमी से ओरिजिनेट होती हैं. No person who has not attended this stupid coaching will do such a thing. Right? Yeah, thank you. Can I join TA as a public sector banker? An ND alumni told me bankers aren't allowed in territorial army. To the best of my understanding, there is no such rule, but do check the official website. I have no authority on this. Right? Thank you. 1252% है इंटरव्यू जज करेंगे छवि 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 अरे मेरे भाई 52% shows that you are bad. Either you are disinterested or you are incompetent or both. So now improve upon yourself. छवि को मारो झाड़ू छवि सेलेक्ट नहीं होती इंडिविजुअल सेलेक्ट होता है ठीक है तो अब सुधर जाओ अगर 52% वाला लेवल आज भी है तो आपका डेफिनेटली सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा ठीक है ओके tried coke hip hop. Good evening. When you passed out from a what were your unit preferences? Not really. क्या करोगे मेरा लेके यार? I wanted to join para commando. Para commando direct joining होता नहीं था. मैंने first option para लिखा था. Then when I was filling up my form, one officer from Punjab regiment he used to be the weapons instructor. He said तू पंजाब लिख दे तेरे को वही मिलने वाला है तो मैंने पंजाब लिख दिया. And I think that is all I did in para and Punjab. That's all. So I got Punjab. Okay. Okay, Pallav, you're following me from class 10th and you've taken my book also. Thank you so much. I hope you found it useful. Kindly confirm. Okay, my SS. You know, Pallav, I want to comment something. I will take up questions, all which are posed. By spamming, you are only irritating. Also, the thing is that it shows your outlook that you lack patience. You want that आपका सवाल का जवाब दिया जाए बस बाकी सब दुनिया गई भाड़ में ठीक है that is not the way how things work in a society and you should not be a party to this kind of an attitude. That's my advice. Balance, it's your life, you can do whatever you want. Okay. SKSSB scheduled in August, can't stop thinking about it. हाँ तो थिंक मत करो प्रिपेयर करो उसके लिए दैट्स अ गुड वुड बी अ बेटर थिंग टू डू फाइन ओके थैंक यू Dhanraj Patil is saying that the book is very useful. Thanks a lot. Most welcome. Thank you so much that you have found it useful and you are acknowledging it. Thanks a lot. Rajneesh, during this pause in Op Sindoor, That American Jahil president said that he stopped the nuclear war, said of some kind of trade option. Could you please tell what these trade options are? Okay, fine. You see, this is a nice thing to comment upon. Uh, President Trump is a big liar. He's a loudmouth. And Narendra Modi is no different. He is also a big liar and he is also a loudmouth. Now, these two loudmouths and liars are, saying something. Now, if Modi had conviction and dum, he should have refuted what statements have been made by Trump. He never did that. He addressed the nation. He never said that there was no mediation by Trump. Fine. So, this is what it is. So, I do not know as to whom to trust. That's what it is. And from the statements of Trump, and no refutation coming from the government and prime minister, it means that what he is saying has credence. So we have internationalized the issue, and third party mediation we are accepting. That's what it emerges from the statement of Trump. Otherwise, we should have said that Trump is talking nonsense. Why couldn't we say that? Like you are saying, why can't Indian government, Ministry of External Affairs or Modi say these things? They are not said. So that's my take on this. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Dhanraj Patil cleared CDS. I'll be joining your midterm course once I get SSB dates. I would advise you join early. खैर anyway अभी तो join करने से फायदा नहीं है. I'm going off. I'll be out for 10-12 days. So you can join in the meantime, because the earlier you join, the better off you will be. Fine. We'll make out a plan. So that is it. Okay. Amulya, sir, is payment in option available for medium term course? You can speak to Yogita madam and she will help you with this. Fine. So we do help out people. कर लेंगे, there's not an issue. Okay. Arman, SSB on 21st May, NCC, how to prepare? टाइम तो बचा नहीं है, अब तो थोड़ा जी के सुधार लीजिए, OIR का प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिए, हमारा स्क्रीनिंग वाला वीडियो देख लीजिए, समझ लीजिए उसको, and adopt the methodology that has been explained. That should be good enough. How to write PPDT का पिक्चर तो नहीं, PPDT वाला स्टोरी, इट इज सेम एज TAT. अभी मैंने एक एग्जांपल भी दिया था, मेरा बुक ले लो, हमारे वीडियो देख लो, आपको आंसर मिल जाएंगे. ठीक है. थैंक यू. Kaushal Joshi, I have completed graduation in 22. My priorities are me, and I'm also a teacher in coaching since 23 and earning amount sufficient for myself. How will I? You don't bother. वो क्या करेगा? Whatever you're doing is fine. Why you're concerned about all this chavi business? Huh? If you're fit enough for selection, you'll be selected. And what you're doing, you're teaching and all, that's a good job you're doing. That's absolutely fine. Okay, na? That's what I'm also doing today. So you and I are doing the same job. There's nothing wrong in it. Fine. So why get concerned? Okay. Yeah. Be honest and be straightforward. And don't get bothered कि impression chavi wavi क्या होगा. ठीक है. Like I keep saying, one man is enough for the chavi building. Shivam, I read on Quora, written by former colonel, worked in Territorial Army, that regular army officers think being in TA is taboo. I wouldn't believe this, because my very good friend headed the TA and he said the officers were highly motivated. So ill-disciplined लोग वगैरह उसमें जाते हैं वगैरह है. किसी ने लिखा होगा he would be having his experience. मेरे पास भी कोई ऐसा सर्वे किया हुआ तो है नहीं, but I would not subscribe to this idea. Right? So that is it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Harsh, I still have an attempt left at AFSB, but they won't allow change of dates. I have professional commitments at the moment and can't go for it. Well, that is what you'll have to resolve with your organization. I can't help in this. Fine. Sorry. Acha, trial cook. The education and coaching institutions are ex-defense officers, correct? Moreover, their accessibility, correct, absolutely. Why do they misguide us? I don't want the most competent people to join the. Okay, okay.
Don't do
नहीं
this.
ऐसा नहीं है देखो क्या होता है ना लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस फाइन is it possible this I think I have answered in other places also no so anyway think is like this. These uh, most of these coaching setups are run by ex assessors. That's a fact. So now thing is that the selection system is training the assessors to determine whether a candidate who is coming in front of them is fit for selection or not based on the 15 OLQs. So they're doing that job. So assessment is something which all of them know. And they're absolutely good at that because that's why they've been assessors. Otherwise, they would not have been assessors. So that part is, uh, there's no debate on that. Now, thing is that assessment has nothing to do with personality development. Personality development is not taught in the selection system. So these assessors who can assess adequacy or inadequacy for selection and then they devise their own formulae to guide people to get selected. So they are not formally trained in personality development. So what they try to do, most of them, whatever I have understood is that they have come up with a 15-day kind of a capsule training in which they focus upon the SSB process and not personality development because the society wants this kind of a solution and they are offering this kind of a solution. Simple rationality will tell you that 15 days is highly an inadequate time to develop any facets of personality in any significant manner. I mean, doesn't require much thought and all that is a pretty obvious thing. So the basic, the formula which they are offering itself is flawed in my view. You can have your views about this. And they are not trained in personality development. And neither Defense Institute of Psychological Research or SSB trains persons for personality development. In my own personal case, in running of No Frills Academy, I utilize for personality development the teachings of Stephen Covey. And Stephen Covey's teachings have got nothing to do with the selection system or Defense Institute of Psychological Research. So I use these for personality development. Based on that, I have written my book and some of my own experiences of training people. So I don't subscribe to this 15-day thing. I'd say this focusing on the SSV process is wrong. Focusing on personality development is more important. And I'm convinced these ideas are right. If they appeal to you, then it will make sense that you follow this kind of advice that I'm saying. But it is also a fact that my kind of thinking is in a very, very serious minority because more than 95 to 98% of setups they are doing the 15-day kind of a thing.
Right now they are doing 30 day, but they are charging 2 lakh, 3 lakh, like that.
अच्छा 30 डे का भी कर रहे हैं.
But they say
चलो
hostel accommodation they
charging,
have.
so I will not go into. That's a different matter. The financial thing is absolutely different. But okay, what I knew was they were offering 15-day plan. So now they've increased to 30 days. Maybe they got influenced by No Frills Academy's teachings, because we have been around now for this is our 11th year. So it would have had some influence. So this is what I have to say about this. Fine. I hope you get the point. Okay, thank you. Satvik, sir, in your book in GP section, you have mentioned not to solve haystack on fire and monkey loss situation. Some assessors are told to separate the remaining haystack from the fire. Please clear the confusion. Okay, right. See, Satvik, thing is, a person who is facing this problem, he should have that much of common sense to separate the unburnt part of the haystack from the part which has caught fire on his own. And if this guy who was stupid enough not to have this much of IQ, which is, I mean, should be there, but he didn't have, and he has come to a group of students who are there on a picnic and pose this problem to them. Tell me with your common sense, would the haystack not have burnt off completely by the time you reach? If the answer is logically yes, then whoever is suggesting this. Now, his or her credentials could be whatever, he could be a general, he could have been chief or whatever. I mean, those things don't matter. What matters is logic. If it doesn't appeal to your logic, then you should not be doing it. And if you feel that it is logical, then go ahead and do it. Then you feel that my perspective is wrong. So that's it. So this is my view. Right? I have no ego hang-ups on these issues. Right? मुझे illogical लगता है इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. ठीक है? Okay, fine. How to prepare for psychology test? Don't prepare for psychology test. Prepare for life. Make yourself competent. There is nothing very great about psychology test. Stories के बारे में भी मैंने बात किया था अभी. सिचुएशन रिएक्शन टेस्ट में क्या है कि आप बस में जा रहे थे, आपका टिकट खो गया तो क्या करोगे? बस में आग लग गई तो क्या करोगे? कोई गिर गया उसको चोट लग गई तो क्या करोगे? Do these things have to do anything big deal with psychology, or does it have to do with common sense? So you'll get the answer, it has to do with common sense and some practical sense to resolve practical problem. So that is what is needed. क्या साइकोलॉजी टेस्ट और सेंटेंसेस बनाने में क्या वर्ड ऐसा सेंटेंस बना दो यार, कोई साइकोलॉजी नहीं चाहिए उसमें. साइकोलॉजी कॉम्प्लिकेशन देखनी है तो यू कैन रीड नटराजन साहब की किताब एंड गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. Otherwise, just observe two things as I say. Whatever you write, the meaning should be correct and the language should be correct. That's it. There's no third thing required. The third thing, if it is there, is ignore all the trash advice you get from coaching academies and websites. Okay. Jatin Guleria, do you remember me? I unfortunately this is TGC 144. I am unable to place Jatin Guleria. कौन है? You are able to recollect? I am unable to recollect. Please, my apologies, Jatin. Geopolitical drone attacks are still going on. Yeah, that's what I'm surprised why they're still going on. Ceasefire की क्या वो है, sanctity, and Pakistan seems to be just ignoring it. I have no idea about this. Why? Sir, in monkey loss situation, should we just ignore calm the? देखो यार, ये आपके ऊपर है. मेरे पास इतना पेशेंस नहीं है। पहली बात मैं ये जानता हूं कि कोई भी जो आदमी कॉमन सेंस होगा, अगर मदारी होगा, ही विल नो कि ये ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, जब मैं मदारी मैं नहीं पकड़ सकता, ये कहां से पकड़ लेंगे? तो वो तुम्हारे पास ऐसी बेवकूफी की प्रॉब्लम नहीं लाएगा। और अगर वो इतना बड़ा मूर्ख है, वो आपके पास लेके ये प्रॉब्लम आ गया है, तो आई टेल टू फक ऑफ। दैट्स व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग। बाकी आपकी मर्जी है भाई, ठीक है। I hope your question has been answered. Yeah, I don't have patience for such fools. What are the people irritating? अरे तू भाड़ में जाने दे साइकोलॉजिस्ट का, क्या एक्सपेक्टेड, क्या छवि। तुम अपना काम कर दो, जो मैंने बताया, मेरी किताब पढ़ लो, वैसे वैसे लिख दो। फाइन, या दैट्स इट। ओके, दैट्स इट।
कुछ आ रहा है?
Arman, is it worth it to not do job and wait for recommendation or prepare for CDS? भाई देखो, खाली टाइम वेस्ट करना अच्छी चीज नहीं है लाइफ में। तो इसके बेसिस में आप डिसीजन ले लो कि आप आगे पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, दूसरे एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो। राइट, दैट्स माय। ओके। कैन सीडीएस OTN CC एंट्री ऑफिसर बिकम चीफ ऑफ द आर्मी स्टाफ? ओटीए वाला बने हैं, आई हैव नॉट केप्ट ट्रैक। पता नहीं कोई बना। एसीसी वाला तो बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि एज वाइज उतना फेवरेबल नहीं होता।
सीनियोरिटी वगैरह
तो
एनडीए वाले ही बनते हैं
अनलाइकली
जी।
है। नहीं, इट्स
40।
नॉट के एनडीए वाले ही बनते हैं। आईएमए वाले भी बन जाएंगे, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। एंड सेवरल वुड हैव मेड, फाइन, इट्स नॉट दैट। तो योगिता's perception is also not correct, but
40 इयर्स कहाँ से आएगा एक्सपीरियंस? 30 40 30।
Yogita,
अच्छा ठीक है।
a person who doesn't join NDA in the same time he can do his graduation and join IMA. He will not be any age-wise behind. So it's possible, and there would have been people. आप Google में तुम भी सर्च कर लो योगिता, you will find out कि how many non-ex-NDA people have become chiefs. इतने ही बने होंगे यार। Okay. Satvik is thanking me. Most welcome, Satvik. Akash, I read your book, took your guidance, got the job, lost 6 kg. Practice in NFA group regular, still getting screened out again and again. Akash, kindly speak to me. Fine, we'll try and help you, and we'll try and find out what is going wrong, and will work systematically. Fine, do not give up. Such things happen. ठीक है ना? Don't lose heart. Let us talk, and not here. Just talk to me one on one. Okay, thank you. But thanks for posing your question. Don't get desperate. इलाज निकलेगा। हाँ, मिल गया कितने हैं?
नहीं, मैंने कहा था टिल नाउ नॉट।
Nobody. Only XNDA.
Only XNDA have reached highest rank.
Okay. Breathe. If only the psychologist is not satisfied, then what? Don't get bothered, psychology. Useless question. Don't get into all this. तुम अपना इम्प्रूवमेंट करो। दिस इंफॉर्मेशन विल नॉट हेल्प यू। डोंट ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट दिस। ऑल चीफ्स आर एक्स एनडीए। So he's saying, okay, I thought it is not so. My knowledge seems to be flawed. My apologies. Do check Yogita. सारे ही एक्सेंट ही है। आ, पता नहीं, कृष्णा राव वो भी एक्सेंट ही है। No XOTA chief till now. Okay. How to get confidence that you will get recommended next facility? Confidence has direct correlation with competence. तो अपना competence enhance करिए तो confidence भी आएगा। ऐसे ही तो नहीं हो सकता confidence। Akash, need people like you at senior positions in the army. Thank you so much for being my well-wisher. Thanks a lot, brother. God bless. Harvinder, so what were your experiences with Punjab and Sikh regiment? छोड़ यार, it will be taking too much of time. But someday we can talk when there are less people asking questions. Huh? Sir, your book PDF and paperback seem to be different to me. Which should I choose?
नहीं ऐसा.
They are the same. अगर ये हार्ड कॉपी है तो फाइन. You know, some updations would have taken place in the PDF, which will go
Blank slide story
which
beside.
which will go in the next print. तो but then go for the PDF. But कोई इतना बड़ा वो नहीं है. Yeah. Okay. That is it. No more questions. तो वो एक्सएनडी निकले सारे हैं.
हाँ. Well, in my knowledge, I don't think so there are any.
अरे तो पूरा से देख रहे हो तुम.
तो ये जेमिनाई को भी पूछा मैं.
ऑल इंडिया. अच्छा अच्छा. ये तो अभी का 61st वाले. सच बकवास करके बकवास सीजन देते हो तुम भी. लाइक गोदी मीडिया की तरह बात करते हो. Satvik, I am a fresher, and repeaters say that in conference they just ask about food and we are bullshit. Okay. General Kishnarao is not ex-NDA. I started his career as a British Indian Army officer. होंगे यार. तो ऐसे और भी होंगे. How can I improve my general knowledge? General knowledge के दो dimensions हैं. One is the static part. That's weightage. I give it about 70 to 75%. That implies things like India's geography, India's economy, relations with neighboring countries and major powers. So these are the building blocks on which you build up your knowledge. And then current affairs things like what is happening, Supreme Court judgment, of Sindoor war, what happened, Ukraine, Russia, and trade war, things like that. They come under dimension of current affairs. So that is how you should build up. Okay, yeah. And you can use whatever sources you can get hold of, newspaper editorials, but good newspapers like Hindu or the Indian Express, and any other good source, not Godi media, definitely. Right? Okay. स्क्रीनिंग के लिए तो हमारा वीडियो देख लो आकाश है. दैट विल बी प्रीटी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव. इट विल हेल्प यू. व्हाट टू डू इफ आई हैव नो जॉब शैल गिव माय एसे फॉर डाइंग एंड माय गाइस. ठीक है, ट्राई करो जॉब लेने के लिए. मिल जाता तो ठीक है, नहीं मिलेगा तो जबरदस्ती तो आप ले नहीं सकते हो ना. सो दैट्स इट. कीप प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर जॉब, trying for job, and keep preparing for exams also. Rajni, thanks. I wait for your opinion and trust you. Thank you so much, beta. God bless. Talking about general knowledge for lecturer. अरे यार, don't compartmentalize कि lecturer के लिए कोई अलग general knowledge है, GT के लिए अलग general knowledge. General knowledge है. ठीक. Yeah, thank you. हाँ, इंडिया was not established कृष्णाराव. वो तो है ही. पहले तो वो था दूसरा जॉइंट सर्विसेज विंग. तो उसमें तो ये हमारे भी एडमिरल शेखावत वगैरह भी उधर के ही थे. दैट्स ओके. तो था ही नहीं तो एनडीए तो दैट पे तो आई थिंक ये थे अपना ना. एनीवे आई एम फॉरगेटिंग. वो तब पहले एनडीए वाले पहले 3 चीफ तो तब बने थे. रॉड्रिक्स और उसके साथ में जब थे, उससे पहले तो एनडीए वाले थे ही नहीं कोई भी. दैट्स करेक्ट. क्योंकि एनडीए वालों की सीनियरिटी नहीं थी उतनी. एनीवे, आई मीन these questions don't mean much. Should I prepare when I shall leave it and move forward? Like, नहीं करो try. That's your choice, ना. How your focus is motivation and all that. Your individual choice. I can't legislate. Harvinder, why does नहीं? People's English improve so much after joining army. भाई बोलना पड़ता है, लिखना पड़ता है, तो that's how it improves. Need है. Where to get Godi media? जिन जिन चैनल को मोदी बैन करने या उनके ऊपर रेड डलवाता है वो सही है. न्यूज लॉन्ड्री, द वायर, और कौन सा स्क्रोल. अभी 4 PM बैन किया था, प्रसून वाजपेयी बैन किया था. तो जो ऑथेंटिक बात कर रहे हैं उनको मोदी बैन करता ना. तो उनको देखो जाके यार. Yeah, okay. SSB is correct from SSS. SSR के पॉइंट को मार झाड़ू तुम बड़ी SSR पॉइंट। तुम मेरा वीडियो देख लो दैट्स ऑल। SSS पॉइंट। तुमने थोड़ी SSR बनना है। That is all.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thanks all of you for attending our session, posting your queries. I only hope that I've been able to answer your queries satisfactorily. Take care. God bless. Good night. Bye bye.